Let us discuss radicals. So, transform radical form into exponential form and vice versa. The symbol and root of a raised to m is called radical. A radical expression or a radical is an expression containing the symbol called radical sign. So, if you see this symbol in any expression, so that is a radical expression or a radical. In the symbol and root of a raised to m, n is called the index or order, which indicates the degree of the radical. So it means if your order is squared, so you call it square root. If your index is cube, you call it cube root. If your index is 4, you call it fourth root, and so on. In the symbol and root of a raised to m is called the radicand, where a is a number or expression, or we call it base, and m is the power or exponent. Let's go on first in transforming exponential form into radical form. So we have a raised to m over n is in exponential form, while n root of a raised to m is in radical form. Example. So in this one, in exponential form and radical form, you will not be so confused because we only have three characters. Okay, the a, which is base, m, which is the exponent, and n, which is the index. Okay, example, we have 2 raised to 1 over 3. So our a or base is 2, our m is 1, and our n is 3. So you have cube root of 2. However, if your exponent is 1, okay, no need to write it. So your final answer is cube root of 2. Another example is for quantity 4x raised to 2 over 3. Okay, if you notice, we have here two bases, which is 4, the numerical, and x, which is the variable. Okay, so two bases, quantity 4x. Our m is 2 and our n is 3. So what are we going to do here since we have two bases? Okay, we will distribute the exponent, which is squared. So it will become 4 squared and x squared. And we will simplify it. Since 4 squared is equal to 16, we have cube root of 16x squared. So let's go on now to transforming radical form into exponential form. We have here cube root of x squared. So we only have one base here. So our our a or our base is x, and our m is 2, and our n is 3. So we have here x raised to 2 over 3. Next is cube root of 25x squared. Now, if you notice, we have here two bases. So, before anything else, we will use the power rule. 25 is also equal to 5 squared. So, instead of putting 25, you put 5 squared. Alright, then your m, you have the value of m in each bases. Okay, so we have 2 over 3, and x 2 over 3. And since the exponent are the same, so you can simply write quantity 5x raised to 2 over 3. Another one, we have 11 over x raised to 4. Alright. So, if you notice, we have base in the numerator and we have base in the denominator. However, your radical sign don't have value outside. Why? Because that is square root. A square root, the value of the degree is 2, automatic, but you don't need to write it. Okay, so we have 11, the first base in the numerator, in the numerator. Okay, now what is the value of its exponent? Okay, automatic, you don't see anything, right? So automatic, that is 1, and your n is 2 because we use square root. Then we have x raised to 4, so we have x raised to 4 over 2. Now we will simplify 4 over 2, so we have here 11 raised to 1/2 over x squared. So that is the final answer. Let's have the final example. We have a fourth root of 8, x raised to 8, and y raised to 8. Or you can simply read that as fourth root of 8, x to the power of 8, and y to the power of 3. Okay, so if you notice how many bases we have. We have 3 bases. We have 8, x, and y. So we will apply the power rule. Instead of putting 8, we have 2 cubed. Okay, so we have 2 cubed, 8 raised to 8, and y raised to 3. So we will now transform it into exponential form. We have 3 over 4 for 2. In x, we have 8 over 4, and y 3 over 4. So we will now simplify 8 over 4, which is squared. Since the exponent of 2 and y is the same, you can simply write the quantity 2y raised to 3 over 4 and x raised to 2, or x squared. So this is the final answer.